If you're planning on getting a Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Administration from WGU, then stick with me. I've got some shortcuts to help you get that degree faster and for less money. My name is Bettina and I'm a college advisor with Study.com. Today, we're going to dive into WGU's BS in Healthcare Administration degree. I've got the full degree plan that I'll walk through with you course by course and let you in on some hacks and time-saving strategies. And stick around to the end and I'll explain how you can save over $9,000 on this degree. This is a great degree if you're someone that's interested in a career in management or administration in the healthcare field. Working as a medical office manager, healthcare human resource manager, or healthcare consultant are just a few options you can pursue. Ready to jump in? Great, let's go. You can see that I've grouped these courses by degree requirements and WGU courses. We split them into categories like Gen Eds, Business, Human Resources, and more to let you know what courses count for which parts of the program requirements. You can also see quite a few Study.com equivalent courses next to WGU's. Over 200 Study.com courses are approved for college credit transfer. That said, the ones listed in this mapping have been approved by WGU for these specific requirements. But these aren't the only ones that you can use. The degree map linked in the description below has alternatives, if there's any others to choose from. I'll explain why I put each one in its slot as we go. Now, if you're starting to feel overwhelmed, don't worry, you're not alone. But it's going to be okay, because this is your one-stop shop to this degree. So feel free to pause this video, open the degree plan link in the description below, save yourself a copy, and edit your own version as we go throughout each requirement. That way, you'll be able to save your preferred course options and know that they'll work just right for you. And if you can't do that now, no worries. Make yourself a note for later because your future self will definitely thank you. Less stress, more organization. All right, let's dive into our first line. This is a Gen Ed requirement for English composition. Study.com's equivalent course that you can take is either English 104 or 204. You can choose whichever course you prefer, but I suggest taking 104. Most of the students that I've spoken with say this is the slightly easier option of the two, but I would still encourage you to check out both courses, their written assignments, and more to see which best fits your preferences. Next up, Intro to Communications. Study.com's equivalent course for this is Communications 101, which is a great fit. What's great about this course is that it's easy and quick to go through. This is a great course to move through quickly because it's short and has easy to handle projects. Moving down, we have up next the Critical Thinking course. Humanities 201, Critical Thinking and Analysis has 3 assignments. And what's great about this is that it's on the shorter side. So you will probably be able to move through this pretty quickly, especially if you're already familiar with the topics covered. Now we get to math, one of the biggest stumbling blocks for many of my students. But the math courses required for this degree are pretty basic, so don't worry. Statistics 101 fits into the Applied Statistics Healthcare requirement. You can take Study.com's Math 101 for the Applied Algebra course, or you can take Math 103, 104, or 105. Looking at those in comparison, Math 101 is going to be the lowest level, so you'll probably move through that course a lot faster. Next is Intro to Sociology. You'll take Study.com's Sociology 101 for this one. Although it is a little bit longer of a course, it's relatively easy with short and easy to understand lessons. For American Politics, you can take Study.com's Political Science 102. This course is on the longer side, but you can test out of material that you already know through the use of a placement test. This can really help shorten the course for you and let you know what you still need to learn. I suggest taking a placement test whenever possible. What's great about these is that they're risk-free. Just answer what you know and be honest with what you don't. That way, you won't accidentally test out of material that you need to know, but you'll actually be able to move past what you already know. It's a win-win. Physical Sciences has a bunch of options for you to choose from next. If you have a favorite science subject or topic, I usually suggest finding a course that best aligns with that. Quick note though, some biology and chemistry courses at Study.com do require you to complete a virtual lab alongside of the course itself. If you're looking for something on the easier and quicker side, most students tell me that Earth 101 is the one you're looking for then. Next up is Human Growth and Development, and you can take Psychology 103 or 107. I do recommend taking 103 since it's shorter than a 107, so you'll be saving a lot of time here. You'll also have a choice for Health, Fitness, and Wellness. Study.com offers Health 101 and Nutrition 101. These two courses are basically the same length, so unless you have a specific interest in nutrition, I do recommend taking Health 101. This is because it's more of a general course where you'll explore a variety of topics, including nutrition. And that's the end of your Gen Eds. One section down. Nice work. Now, let's look at business core courses. All but 2 of these you'll be able to take with Study.com. The other 2 you'll take with WGU. The first one is Fundamentals for Success in Business, which is covered by Study.com's Business 100 or Business 121. 121 focuses on entrepreneurship, while Business 100 is more general. So, unless you're planning on starting your own business, I recommend taking Business 100, as it's going to cover a wider variety of topics. For emotional and cultural intelligence, you can take Study.com's Communications 301. It's a pretty short course with only 1 written project and the final. But that final project is going to be a little longer because you'll be adding some personal elements to it. You'll be asked to reflect on your own culture. Think about maybe your core values, religion, your gender, etc., and how it connects to communication. This course is pretty different than the other ones in this degree. You'll also need a basic economics course. You can take Study.com's Economics 101 or 102. I think that a great starting place is Economics 101 in looking at microeconomics, but feel free to examine your preferences, and if you want to zoom through this and head to macroeconomics, then do that with course 102. They're about the same length, and it's a great idea to start off with a placement test. You'll take Fundamentals of Spreadsheets and Data Presentations at WGU. So let's move on to the next line. Finance Skills for Managers. You'll have 3 options here to choose from. Now, if you're already running the family budget or otherwise know your way around finance, I would suggest taking course 104 or 301. But if you haven't had that much experience yet with finance, I suggest taking course 101. It's a great introduction and overview and what I recommend taking here. Next is Principles of Management, which is covered by Study.com's Business 101. It's a little bit of a longer course, but what's great about this is that you've probably run into this information either in other classes or in personal experience. This is also a great time to take a placement test and bypass what you already know. You'll take Innovation and Strategic Thinking at WGU. But for concepts in marketing, sales, and customer contact, you'll take Study.com's Principles of Marketing. Business 102 is a relatively short course, so you'll probably breeze through this one, especially if you've already had some experience or prior work in retail or a similar kind of job. Okay, check-in time. How are you doing? We only have a couple more course sections to go through. Hang tight. So let's move on to the professional practice experience. WGU requires that you take this course with them. This course lets you dive into YourGo, an electronic health record system where you'll get a feel for how a professional works with this system. Now, let's look at the business management courses. Out of the 7 of them that you need, you can take 5 of them with Study.com. First, there's project management. Here, you'll take Study.com's Business 311. This course does require you to complete 2 assignments or 2 projects, so be prepared to spend a little extra time on this one. Next, we have Business Communication. You have 2 Study.com equivalent course options here, Business 113 or 324. Both of these courses have 3 assignments. Now, looking at them, I do recommend you take the lower level, which is 113, especially if you haven't had as much managerial experience. You'll take Values-Based Leadership at WGU. So we'll move on to the next line, Quantitative Analysis for Business. Business 212 will fulfill the requirements for this one. Here we have Business Statistics, another math course. In most companies, the ability to analyze data is critical. This course, from what most students tell me, is a course that they leave with invaluable knowledge, no matter what role they take on in their career. It's everything from using charts and graphs in Excel to understanding confidence intervals and sampling methods. It's math, but with a focus in business topics like forecasting and running tests. For organizational behavior, I like the course with the same name, Business 107. If you're looking for more leadership roles, I suggest looking at Business 307 or Leadership and Organizational Behavior. Have an interest in psychology? Psych 301 or Industrial Organizational Psychology might be just right for you. These two other options are slightly more work with additional assignments, but are worth the time if they have what you're looking for. Change management must be taken at WGU, so let's take a look at the final business management required course. Operations and Supply Chain Management. For this one, Study.com has you covered with Business 315. Here, your written project is actually a case study that takes information from most of the course. So you'll probably want to pop open that Take Notes feature. You've got the full transcript down below, but using the notes ties your notes to a timestamp in the video lesson. So feel free to pause, write down on the provided notes or in your own notepad, and play the video as much as you like. Then open the Notes tab of your account whenever you're ready to study, and bam, everything is right there. Your notes, your transcripts, and your flashcards. It's all at your fingertips. This degree only requires you to take one human resources course, Strategic Thinking and Development, and you'll take that with WGU. All of the 6 required healthcare administration courses are only available through WGU. One of those courses is the Healthcare Administration Capstone, and this rounds out the requirements for this section. Healthcare Leadership and Community Engagement is the last course that you'll take, and you'll take that at WGU. And there you go. I know that was a lot to go through with a lot of information, but now you know exactly what it takes to earn a bachelor's degree in healthcare administration from Western Governors University with Study.com. You can earn a total of 66 credits on Study.com for this degree. That's across 21 classes. Just remember to budget your time and to utilize the tips and tricks that I gave you for each of the courses and requirements. On Study.com, you can do 2 courses a month for the price of $235. If you want to do more courses, you pay a little more. So if you're really wanting to speed on through and complete it faster, it's worth it to pay more. But if you just take 2 a month, these 21 classes will take just about 11 months or so to complete. That's $2,585 that you'd be paying Study.com. At WGU, at the same pace, you'd be having to pay for 3 semesters since you can't pay month to month. So that would be $11,865. So even if you don't go faster than 2 courses per month, you're still going to be saving $9,280. That's enough money to buy a used car. Remember though, you can go faster. It's $70 on Study.com to take an additional exam each month. You can even take 3 or 4 courses a month and save an additional $500 or $600. But I do recommend taking 2 courses per month, as I find that with most of my students, this is a much more manageable pace. If you're considering healthcare administration as a career field, this degree is a fantastic pathway towards your dreams and goals. With WGU and Study.com's affordable pricing and flexible course scheduling, this is by far one of the fastest and cheapest ways to earn a bachelor's degree in healthcare administration from a reputable university. Just be sure to grab those transcripts from any prior college experiences and fill in the rest with WGU and Study.com courses. WGU advisors are happy to help you plot out your degree map, and Study.com advisors are standing by, ready to help you select courses that are specific to your interests and career goals. So reach out whenever you need help, and be sure to make a plan as soon as you can, because that's one step closer towards your goals and where you want to be. Thanks for watching. And if you're still not 100% sure about healthcare administration or WGU, be sure to check out other videos on this channel for ideas. Like this video and subscribe to this channel on other ways on how to hack your degree. Good luck. You've got this.